Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Now, on the night of the 28th of March 2018, Nikitaq of FILO, the founder of FILO, announced that he'd been made a community creator on, or a community contributor rather, on by Wargaming. And to celebrate, we had a few battles platooning, and in this one, I'm in the M43, Nicky's in the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger, and so is Oinked. And we're on the south spawn, north spawn of Lakeville. And Nicky and Oinked are headed off to the town. I'm headed into the back area to support the valley. Now, I'm in the Tier 8 American SPG, the M43, and it's an M43 because it's got the 8-inch howitzer on it. And I'm moved into position, and I'm ready to shoot. Okay, and we've got some targets straight away. In fact, we've got a lot of targets straight away, but I'm not loaded yet. I am now. Mouse's first target. Direct hit, 316 hit points, and I'm relocating. That's the one thing you really need to do with this Arty. You've got plenty of time to reload, 37.97 seconds. I'm using Coca-Cola, which will speed up the reload cycle. But it's very important to relocate, find a new firing position each time, because if you don't, you might get counter-batteried. Okay, I'm setting up and I'm ready to go. Almost reloaded, looking for a target. And it looks like it's going to be that E100 this time. Round out. Oh, I hit the E100, but I also hit the mouse with splash. And I'm relocating. Just realised I forgot to take my minimap up again. Now, as you can see, Oinked and Nicky are guarding the outskirts of the town. They haven't gone through. They're just guarding the outskirts. And I think there are enemy tanks there. And I'm almost reloaded. And it looks like I'm going to go for the mouse again. Or am I going to take that T30? Well, there's a Mauer breaker there. The mouse is pulling back behind that ridge line, so it looks like it's going to be the T30. And I can see the red line is extending from the vehicle. So I'm just trying to line it up, and all the mouse is coming to view, and I fire a round in, and it hits the T30 square in the face, and does damage to the E100 at the same time. So I get 416 hit points against the T30, 100 against the E100, and I'm picking up masses of stun assist, because I stunned both vehicles. Okay, and that's sort of like deterring them from coming over that ridgeline, which I'm sure my teammates are actually enjoying, because they've got such a lot of heavy tanks there, but there's nothing they can do with them. If they try to move forward to the ridgeline, I will hit them. And I'm almost reloaded. I didn't move very far this time round, but I don't need to. Round out on the mouse. Another hit, 448 hit points. Now up to 1.6k damage. We've only had 3 minutes of the battle so far. And I'm backing up. Now, Nicky and Oinked are being fired upon from the town. There is a couple of enemy tanks in the town. And I've backed up to the back of the map. I'm 2/3 of the way through the load cycle. Looks like I'm going to go for the mouse again. He's side on to me. But it doesn't really matter, because I can just overwhelm him with an 8-inch shell. I'm loaded, and no, I can't get a shot on the mouse just yet. He's moving into view again. Bad move, and another direct hit, 229, and I damaged the T30 as well. But I noticed that in the town, Nicky and Oinked are having a hard time. In fact, one of them's gone down already. It's Nicky, and Oinked is having a very difficult time with the Wizzy 11114, and he's receiving fire from the other side. So I'm actually now going to try and assist him if I can with an 8-inch shell, but he received fire there. He's now 2 against 1. I'm not sure how long I can help him, because I'm almost reloaded, but he's backing away. They're going to come around that corner and kill him before I can fire. I fire a round in. It does damage the Wizzy 11114, but unfortunately Oinked is taken out. I stunned both of those tanks, but not a lot else I can do. I'm going to switch back to the valley. We've succeeded in beating the enemy back. Not a lot they can do now to stop us. We've got too many heavy tanks overwhelming theirs. Most of our tanks have full health. I've got a Jagdpanther 2 at the other end of the valley. He's taken out. I'm looking for the Arty. I can't see any traces. They must be there, but nothing in sight. I'm almost reloaded. Okay, so I'm going to pay attention now to the town and try and stop the assault coming from that direction. We've got a T-54E1 and a Batchat 25 ton. Be able to spot for me, but there's a 110 and a Lorraine 40 ton, I think, in the town centre. And I'm doing my best to try and hit some of these tanks. And I get a hit there on the VK101P, 273 hit points. That might slow him down for a little while. But unfortunately, we've lost all the tanks that are in the town. Okay, Wizzy 11114. Looks like that's going to be my next target, but I'm only halfway through the load cycle. Mark my target to let them know that's what I'm looking at. That's the target I'm attacking. But then I look at the VK because the Wizzy 111 goes behind the windmill. So I can't get a clean shot at him. And I'm hoping he's going to pull out behind. He has. Oh, actually, it's an E50. Round out. And I splashed the E50 with a snapshot for 207. I don't really want him to get behind cover. And the Type 4 Heavy takes him out. Now, we've got a number of tanks defending the cap now, so we feel fairly secure, but I can hit them, the enemy, from a distance. And we've got tanks at the other end, and they're now capping. VK101P is my next target. He stopped to take a shot, and that may cost him. He's pulling back. He's stationary. Round out. Direct hit, 409 hit points. Massive stun. And I suspect that some of the enemy tanks are now trying to get back to their own cap. They realise the problem they're in. And that VK is still there. And I'm still going through my load cycle. 28 seconds to go on the cap. There's only 3 enemy tanks left. I'm kind of hoping that they'll decap. The Batchat 285 ton goes in and assassinates that VK. Well, actually, it was the T30 who got him. But then I see that the Lorraine 40 ton has managed to make his way around the corner. And he's managed to take out the capping tank, which was the ISM. So I'm firing back at the Lorraine. And I splash him for 351. Put a massive stun on him. I do love these shell craters that Wargaming have created in version 1.0. It looks so realistic now. Okay, he's somewhere behind that rock. There's the Lorraine. There's also another tank there. And the Lorraine is ram killed by the Batchat, but the T-44 takes out the Batchat immediately afterwards. And that Batchat, that T-44 is backing up. Now I suspect he's going to come around that corner, so I'm pre-aiming on the corner, expecting him to come round. There's a Centurion there as well. Fire a round in, and it splashes the T-44, 211. And now he's got to deal with the Centurion, and he won't be able to defend it because he is stunned. And he abaracks him for a lovely kill. The T-44 did get a shot into the Centurion, but it's a nice end to the battle. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for general disturbance in the M43. I also picked up a buddy battle, or battle buddy award, because I didn't cause any damage to my allies for at least 50 battles. I also got a Master Gunner award. That means I scored at least 5 armor penetrating hits in a row, which is unusual with Arty because we normally splash the enemy, not penetrate them. But I did penetrate the enemy in 5 in a row, and I think those were on the ones that were in the valley, the Mouse and Company, because I did penetrate those tanks. I also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 12. I got a Gore's medal for doing more damage exceeding 8 times the hit points of my own vehicle. And a Confederate, because all those tanks I hit, I did not get 1 kill. I hit a lot of the enemy, but just didn't get any kills out of them. I just extracted as much of them in the way of hit points as I could. And the win 8 I managed to pull off for that one was 3,400. Now, I managed to get 3rd place when it came to damage with 3,577 hit points. Oinked managed to get 215, and unfortunately Nicky was killed before he was able to do any get any hit points at all. When it came to kills, I was the same as them. I didn't get any kills at all because I was taking the hit points, not killing the tanks. And when it came to base XP, I was right at the top of the table with 1,164 experience points. I fired 11 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetrations, and 9 splash damage. Did damage of 3,577 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I hit 8 of the enemy, but didn't get any kills whatsoever. But I did get 2,253 hit points of stun assistance off 16 stuns. On a premium account, I earned 57,963 credits, and I got 10,000 credits for a mission completion. That brought up 67,963, and after ammunition resupply, and remember the ammunition for the 8-inch howitzer is rather expensive, I was actually left with 47,393 credits. I also earned 6 bonds because I managed to get the Gore's medal, the high caliber, the Gore's medal, the Confederate, and the ace tanker. So, I managed to earn 1,746 XP. I got a mission completion reward of 873. So my grand total came to 2,619 experience points altogether. So it was a very satisfying battle for myself, but unfortunately for Oinked and Nicky, it wasn't so great because when those enemy tanks came through the town, they literally just carved the guys to pieces, and it was only when we'd actually defeated most of the tanks in the valley that we were able to actually provide the support that they needed. If I'd actually spent more time firing to protect Nikitaq and Oinked, I probably wouldn't have been able to hold back the side of the heavy tanks that were coming through the valley and help my team to get through and effectively take the cap that side. So really it was a case of I had to apply my force to the valley rather than protecting against the town. But it was a good battle all the same. So if you like this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.